Welcome to All Together Now, Tramshed's free arts program on YouTube Live. Now, to get the most out of this experience today, please choose live chat rather than top chat on the chat function, because this session is going to be interactive. This means that you can talk to me and you can talk to the other people attending, and so through the chat function. This session will be about 45 minutes long, and you can join in as much or as little as you like, no pressure. Also, if you cannot make it now, or if you don't have time to watch it, the sessions will stay up on YouTube Live, so you can catch up again later, or you can send the link to your friends and share it with your networks. If you know someone without digital access, please tell them they can download All Together Now activity sheets from the website of Tramshed, or get in touch with Tramshed via phone or email, and they can post activity sheets straight to them. Okay, let's start by warming up a little bit. So we're going to use our hands today, and so we need to have them all warmed up. Let's start with the fingers. Stretch them up a little bit. And then the wrists. And the other side. The elbows. One side going out. And one side going in. Shoulders back. And to the front. Now let's take 3 deep, enjoyable breaths. From the nose, exhale through the mouth. And one more. And now shake. Shake the whole day out so that we are ready to be creative. Okay, now that we are all warmed up, let's get started. So, shadow puppetry is considered to be the most ancient form of puppetry. It involves moving figures between a source of light. This is the source of light. This is the puppet. And this is a white transparent screen. The audience on the other side will see the shadows that bring the story and the characters to life. The puppets can be made of many materials. Traditionally, and especially in China and Indonesia, they are made out of leather, but they can also be made out of cloth and paper, the simplest of forms, and they are controlled by long rods attached to the puppets, or, as we will see today, by skewers or straws, the simplest thing that one can do, that are also attached to the puppet. They can either be transparent or dark, depending on whether the artist wants us, the audience, to see details or not. So actually, there is a story, a fairy tale about the origins of shadow play. It is said that once the Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty in China was very, very sad because he lost his favorite porcupine, Lady Li. This is when a magician, Shao Wang, who saw the king's great sadness, promised him that he could bring Lady Li to life again. So, the emperor Agreed. He really wanted to see his beloved again. Cao Wang the magician brought him to a dark room where the only light came from candles and torches. There was a curtain in front of these candles and torches. Suddenly, a shadow started moving behind the curtain. A shadow that moved in the same way, the same sweet way that Lady Li was moving. And so the king, the emperor, was very happy that he got to see even such a small part, just a movement of his beloved again. Now, this is the most popular myth about the origins of shadow puppetry, but many scholars disagree that this could actually be true or that this could actually be the origins of the art itself. Stories aside, shadow play does have its origins in China and Indonesia, but it then spread around the world. Here on the slide, you can see some beautiful and very intricate examples of shadow play from China, India, Thailand, Malaysia, and Greece. Being a Greek myself, I still remember when we went with my parents to watch shadow puppetry. It was such a magical moment that really brought the community together. Now, some puppets are made of leather, some of cloth, some are used in rituals, and others, like Karagiozis, the Greek shadow puppet, as simple entertainment for the audience, especially for children. So today, we are going to make simple puppets made of dark construction paper. The first step is to think what character we would like to create. This character will be the protagonist of the story that we are going to stage afterwards. So we need to like him or her and to be inspired by them. Think about what you like. Could it be animals, fantasy creatures, robots? I've got a robot here, actually. Yeah, I've got a robot. It's a cute robot. I've got a fairy, a little rabbit, perhaps a talking tree, I don't know. Whatever it is, we should make sure we know our character. So here in the slide, there are a couple of tips, a couple of information that we need to know about our character before we create him or her. So have a couple of minutes to think about what character you would like to create today, and please share them on the chat. So, I think I will, because I'm a little girl, I think I will make a princess. So, I will name her Princess Aurelia. She will be a teenager, 15 years old. Residence, I'm still not sure, but I want her to live in a palace. There she is. Her personality will be kind and smart, but stubborn. And be careful, we need to know the personality of our character, both the strengths and the weaknesses, because they are going to influence the plot of our story. Now, what she looks like? She has long brown hair, olive skin like in the picture. She's not very tall, medium-sized, and she's got a bright smile because, I don't know, I like smiling. Now, her catchphrase, her motto, and this is very important, this is something that shows who this character is I can do everything if I put my mind to it. Okay, if this goes with stubborn a lot, there's a consistency here between the elements of the character. And the driving force of our story will be what our character wants. So Aurelia wants to travel the world, perhaps live her palace and make lots of friends, live an adventure and such. You guys keep thinking about your characters and posting them on the chat. And I will start crafting Aurelia. And then I'm going to craft one of your characters. Okay. Let me just adjust the camera. Okay. Right. So what we need? We need dark construction paper, simple enough. We need pencil, pair of scissors, and a smaller pair of scissors if you have it. I will show you why. And a skewer or a straw for later. I will. Oh, we've got some really nice suggestions, like a robot, an exotic bird from Emily, and a merman from Chris. That's really nice. Okay, I'll get back to them. So let's start with Aurelia. We first create the outline of our character without many details, because they will not be visible from the screen. So we just want the outline. For example, I will not focus on every hair on her head, but only the general outline of her long brown hair. I will go on to create her body. Okay, I want a long dress because that's very stereotypically princessy, and I like that. Okay, we'll have a long mid-length dress here. It kind of looks like a flower. Perhaps it's a flower princess. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Her hands. No details, no little fingers, unless you really, really want to work hard later. And I don't. Okay. Her feet. Great. Okay. So now we have our outline. Very, very simple. And okay, I will make these little egg-shaped shapes here, and I will cut through them later, and you'll see what happens. They will be the only things visible from the screen. Okay, now that we've created our outline, it's time to cut out the shape. It's a big paper. Off you go. You can play around with the scale of your characters. What I mean is, you can perhaps make the same character twice. Have some detail, for example, a close-up on their head, and then have a little version of this character, so that you can create perspective when it's time to actually play the shadow theater. Or there could be some human characters, some animal characters, like the rabbit that is smaller, etc. The magic with these puppets is that they can be very simple, but very effective. And they really like that. Just a little bit more to go for this girl. Great. Let's clean up a little bit. Throw everything under the box. Okay. No one sees it. And let's take the small pair of scissors that just fell down. And pierce a hole in these little egg-shaped things and cut them out, because I wanted to create a pretty pattern on the dress. This is a coquette, this one. Okay. One. Two. Are there any other suggestions for characters? No, we're still with the robot and the merman. Nice. And one more to go. You see, I haven't erased the pencil marks from the puppet. It's not that important, because when we are going to use the puppet for the shadow play, the pencil marks won't be visible. How convenient, oh my god. Okay. So, our little puppet is ready, and we take our skewer. Be careful not to pierce yourself with it. Okay. We turn the puppet around and just place the skewer on top, the pointy part on the top, because we are going to be holding it from the other side. Well, where's the camera? Yes, here. We just take some tape, which never cooperates. I hate tape anyway. Okay, we take a little bit of tape, we cut it. Doesn't matter if it's not a pretty piece, no one will see it. And we just tape the stick on the puppet like that. And Princess Aurelia is ready. Okay, let's see. Emily came first, but I have already made a puppet for Emily. So I will go with The Playful Merman by Chrisa. Let's see. Okay. The process is the same. I'll just create a guy with a tail, basically. Now, men are generally a little bit more wide on the chest part than females. And of course, no no breast. And the magnificent tail. Woo! Do you want short hair or long hair for your merman, Chris? I will make short curly hair. Okay, he's ready. Great. Cool. Let's cut the figure out like we did with Aurelia. The paper to the side. And also, you can create backgrounds for your shadow play. For example, buildings like a castle, seaweed, since we have a merman, a ship, and place them somewhere as your background when you're playing with the characters. Or the moon and the sun are a nice idea to have crafted. Okay, almost getting there. Now, if you're doing this with children, if they are very young, it's better if the adults do the cutting. But I hope you. Hey, he's ready. This time I will erase some of the pencil marks. So that you see that the details play no role in this. Okay. We turn it around, the merman around. We take our skewer and tape. Yay! Where is Aurelia? Oh, there she is. Okay. So now we've got a merman and a princess. Perhaps they will fall in love. Perhaps they'll be friends. Perhaps they'll be enemies. We don't know. So for the next part of our session, we will create a very simple shadow puppet theater, because you can't have puppets and not have theater. Okay. So for this, it will be something like this. For this part, we need a simple cardboard. Sorry, not a cupboard. I just cut this out of a box that I found in the supermarket. We will need either a pencil or this. This is for better cutting, but please be careful. Even if you're adults, a pencil to create the frame and something, a hard surface on which we are going to be cutting. We don't want to cut our desk. And some baking or crepe paper that you can find in any supermarket. Cool. Okay. You're welcome, Chris. I'm here to serve. Okay, so let's create the frame that is actually going to stay, because the rest we will cut out to create something like a window where we will just tape the crepe paper on. Okay. Or you can use a ruler as well. I'm just lazy most of the time. And our final side, I hope you can see it. Don't make these parts too small, too in width. We don't want our theater to fall apart. And now, okay, time for some cutting. Be careful with this. This cardboard is not very thick, so it's easy to cut. It's easy to make mistakes as well if you're not careful. Whoa. Twice for good measure. Let's see. Woo! Yay! Yes, we've got a lovely window frame that we are going to adorn with crepe paper. So, we take the paper and we just put it on top. And cut the excess paper. You can't see it, but you know, I'm just doing the boring cutting thing, so no worries. We can start by taping this on with our lovely tape. Which does not cooperate, as I told you before. Okay, now it does. Thank you. Okay. Tape. And we just with this. Okay, and now from the other side. It might take a few tries, don't worry. Tape is my arch enemy, we all know that. And on the other side. Great, let's turn it around. Okay, here we've got a bit of an excess paper, so you can just get it out. Okay. And our friend. Tape again. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. And another one. Okay, so now we've got the sides left, and here we've got a lot of excess paper. We don't really need to tape these, only for extra stability, if we feel like. We just need to get the paper secured on the cardboard. Laziness. And some more from the side. Yeah, I think I will put some tape here because it seems a bit doesn't seem very stable. So just some more tape. On the side. Come on, tape. Pretty please, tape. Yeah, think. Okay, let's make sure that this is stable. It is. Could be better, but it's not. That's fine. Okay, and we got our theater frame. Now, we need a chair. Yes, a chair. Stretch a little bit. Grab a chair. Grab your tape. Cut out a long piece of tape. Take your theater a little lower. I don't know if it's visible. Okay, and we've got the theater frame taped on top of the chair. So basically, if I just if I just take my mobile phone's flashlight and I take, where's the merman? And I take our lovely merman here and place the light just behind him. You will see that we've got a lovely image here. And when the light goes further back, the merman looks smaller. When it goes towards the puppet, the merman is bigger. I guess we should have made smaller puppets for this kind of frame. Perhaps you can make a larger one. And here is Aurelia. She kind of looks like Alice in Wonderland, doesn't she? You see those parts that I cut out? They are visible, and they're the only patterns that you can see on top of your dress. Woo! And of course, if we close the lights, we switch them off, it will be better. The darker the room, the better for shadow puppetry. Okay. Switch this off. Great. And this is it basically. Let me have some of the characters or some of the comments. Okay, Jane has made a dog and a cat and they are having a fight. No, Jane is the, I think Jane is the name. Anyway, awesome. And Chris is saying the tape is playing hard to get. I know. Oh my God, Arch Nemesis, I told you. Okay. So, that's pretty much it, guys. I would love to see your creations. You can take photos of the puppets and a video perhaps of a puppet theater and send it to us. You can share them with Tramshed via email or social media, or even if you drop off any of these creative masterpieces at Tramshed's venue in London on Mondays 12 to 4 p.m., they will be displayed in Tramshed's community art gallery window, which is awesome. So the session has been recorded, as I told you before, so you can rewatch it, pause, and send it to friends. We would be very grateful if you could please fill out the monitoring form that is now coming to the link is coming to the chat, because everything that all these sessions that Tramshed offers are free, and we would love to know what you think about them. There will be more free sessions on YouTube Live on Tuesday and Sunday, and you can catch up with all the previous sessions on Tramshed's YouTube channel. There are some amazing sessions like paper cranes. Oh my God. Find out more about All Together Now and the great work Tramshed does at tramshed.org. It was very nice to craft with you all. Thank you.